We'll be doing a functional test called costovertebral expansion. So with this test, I'll have you take a deep breath, and I'll have my hand on your upper chest and your back where your lungs will be. I guess on your ribs. And making sure I feel that your ribs expand as you take a deep breath. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just be putting my hand here and on your back. You just take a deep breath and hold it in onto your chest. We'll do this 2 more times. And 1 more. Awesome. Now we will be doing an orthopedic test called first rib mobility. What this test will be testing for is hyper mobility. Okay, so just to get started, so what I'll be doing is I'll be palpating your first rib posterior to your clavicle, and I'll have you take a 3 deep breaths in. I'll just be feeling both of them, just to feel that it's moving properly as you breathe. All right?
Yeah.
Awesome. May I palpate?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, and I'll just take 3 deep breaths in through your chest. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm just going to feel one at a time, and the side that I'm feeling, you just bring your right ear. Well, if I'm doing your right side, just bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And this is just testing as well, just to make sure everything's moving properly still. So if you could just move your left ear to your left shoulder, and back up. Awesome. And your right ear to your right shoulder. Awesome. We will be doing our second orthopedic test. This one's called the slump test. So this will be testing for impingement nerves or nerve damage in your thoracic spine. Alright, so the way that this test works, so you'll be putting your hands behind your back, pushing your shoulders a little bit in front, your chin to your chest, and then I will be slowly straightening one of your legs. If there's pain at any point, just tell me.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Any pain?
Nope.
So I will dorsiflex just to see if there's any pain. Any pain?
Nope.
Awesome. I'll be doing active free range of motion for your thoracic spine. The ranges are flexion, extension, side flexion, and rotation. Okay, so we're going to start right now with flexion. So to start off, could you bring your chin to your chest and keep your hands on your thigh, and as you go down, keep your hands on your thigh. I'm just going to feel your spinous processes and make sure that they all move properly. And back up. Awesome. Now we're going to be doing extension. And I'm here in case you fall backwards. Awesome, and then you go back up. Everything's moving properly. Okay, so now we're going to be doing side flexion. So if you can just keep your hand to your hip as you go down, just keep it going. Okay, and back up. Awesome. And lastly, we have rotation. So if you can just cross your arm like this, and try not to move your hips, and just rotate over to one side. Okay, go back. So now I'll be doing a passive relaxed range of motion on your thoracic spine. So to start, I'm going to just put my hand on the top of your head, and I'm going to feel your thoracic spine, your upper thoracic spine, and I'm going to bring you into flexion. Everything's feeling good. And now extension. Awesome. Okay, so now if I could just have you interlock your fingers and put them to the back of your neck and just put your elbows together as much as you can. So now we're going to be doing side flexion. So I'm just going to put my hand under here and feel your thoracic spine. I'm just going to push up and back. Awesome. And since we're already here, that's our last range of motion, side, or rotation, sorry. So just this way. Oh, awesome. Great. Good, Alex. Now we will be doing resisted isometric range of motion for your thoracic spine. So for this one, it will be the same movements, but I will be resisting you. So as I resist you, you could just resist me just equally. So just don't try and overpower me. Okay, so to start off, you pass me the pillow. I'll be using this as a barrier between us. Okay. So if I could start you off, if you could start off with flexion. Okay. And extension. Okay. And side flexion, away from me. Alright, back up. And now rotation, bring your left shoulder forwards. Oh, awesome. Okay, thank you. I'll just be palpating your sternum. So to get to the sternum, I always like to start at the clavicle and just keep moving medially until there is the manubrium. At the very top, it's the jugular notch. And if I keep moving inferior, I can find the body of the sternum. If I just keep on moving inferior to that, at the very bottom, there's the xiphoid process. So attachments for this, you could do the pec major. So I could just have you resist me here, and I can just feel it. It goes right into the body of the sternum. Alright, back down. Also, there's the sternocleidomastoid, and it goes into the manubrium. More like lateral, but still on the manubrium. And your costal cartilages, they attach into the costal notches of the body of the sternum. And also rectus abdominis, it inserts into the xiphoid process. So now I'm just going to do the 4 T's. So the temperature feels good so far. The texture, it's there's no crepitus. And the tenderness, is it tender at all? Does it feel right? And the last T is tone, sorry. And the tone, you're wearing a shirt, so I can't really get in to actually see the tone. Alright, guys, so we will be now doing a anterior postural assessment. So since your shoes are already off, I'll just have you march in place. Alright, and that's fine, and just keep your hands to your side. Okay, so I'll now observe your landmarks and see the alignment between them. So your nose and your chin are in line, and between your chin and your sternum are still in line. Your shoulder height, your left is a little bit higher than the right, probably due to you being right-handed. Okay. Your knees, your patellas are, may I palpate? Okay. Are in line. They're very equal height. And I will palpate your malleoli. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. And that's also, now I'll be doing a lateral postural assessment from your left side. So to start off, since your shoes are already off, I'll just have you march in place. Alright, and that's all good. And now just end with your hands to your side, just comfortable. Alright, I will now observe. So starting off, I can see that your head has already shifted a little bit forward, and
so from your ear to your shoulders, it is equal, but your shoulders are also protracted. Um, as I go down your back, I can see that there's no lordosis or kyphosis. I can see a little bit of rotation with your hips going to your right side, and there is no hyperextension. Now I will be doing a posterior postural assessment. Okay, to start off, I can already see that your head is slightly rotated to the right side. Also, your right shoulder is a little bit lower than the left one, probably due to dominance, not like your dominant hand. Okay, now may I palpate the crest in your PSIS?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so your PSI or your iliac crest are both even, and your PSISs are also even. Also, the distance between your arms and your trunk are a little bit uneven. Your right arm is a little bit more distant from your body than your left one. And may I palpate your malleoli?
Yeah.
Also.
And those are also
Even.